Yeah, we did, but do you know the answer? Because I do. So you might want to get a pencil and paper and take some notes because I'll help you do your job. The federal government spent over $66 billion on illegal immigrants in 2023, according to the Federation for American Immigration. Does anyone here want to guess how much we've spent on homeless veterans in 23?
Welcome back, Warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. Warriors, I have a GOP representative who is slamming a liberal witness for putting migrants before American veterans. That is what I'll be talking about today on Chat with Me, Linda B. All right, Warriors, you know what to do. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, select all notifications, stick around to the very end. Let's go. All right, so we already know, those of us who know, you know, that the Democrat Party is really all about taking care of illegals, right, over American veterans, people who have fought for this country. They have fought and given their lives for this great country that we live in. And now we have a GOP representative who is really slamming. Okay, now this, I got to tell you, this is from the Biden years. Okay, this is not really current, but I want you guys to hear it because it is so good. You have got to stick around. Let's watch.
Yeah, we did, but do you know the answer? Because I do. So you might want to get a pencil and paper and take some notes because I'll help you do your job. The federal government spent over $66 billion on illegal immigrants in 2023, according to the Federation for American Immigration. Does anyone here want to guess how much we've spent on homeless veterans in 23? Guess? High? Well, let's just start. Higher, lower, the same? Anybody want to guess?
Fractional.
Fractional. Thank you. 3 billion. 66 on illegals, 3 billion on people who have laid down their lives for this country. Can anyone explain up there why that makes sense?
Well, one is including all sorts of benefits, and one is just looking at a very, very narrow slice.
No, I'm using the same numbers. Sir, you are. I am using apples to apples.
It would be a very different.
I'm using apples to apples. So since you know, why don't you share with me?
We don't track U.S. veterans in the census, so that would be very helpful if we did. Then I would be able to give you a very.
But do you know the answer? Because I do. I do. So I appreciate your opinion of which you have no facts on, but let me continue and let me educate you some more. The federal government, breaking that $66 billion down, let's look at what we fund. So you might want to get a pencil and paper and take some notes because I'll help you do your job. 5.8 billion in SNAP, 10 billion in Medicare, 8.2 billion in uncompensated hospital expenditures, 3 billion for primary and secondary education for illegal immigrants, excuse me. And how many illegal immigrants are given taxpayer-funded housing compared to the number of homeless veterans that are sleeping on the street? You don't know because you don't want to know. You don't want to see the numbers. Well, I do, and I can share with you the American people do. Because I'll share with you, the people in my district in Michigan of the 9th District, we care about our homeless veterans. We care about our veterans. And yes, we care about them a little bit more than we care about people who have broken the law to get here illegally. So I actually have some suggestions and maybe some answers on how to fix it. Instead of $66 billion, here are a couple things we could spend. The White House has requested $13 million for the National Call Center for homeless veterans. I'm going to say it again, $13 million with an M, right? Maybe we could find that out of that $66 billion, right? Different between million and billion, big difference. We could funnel some more of that $66 billion to our homeless veterans. Anyone opposed to that? Why aren't we doing it? Why aren't we doing it? Anybody got an idea? Anybody got an idea why we're not, God bless you, why we're not doing it? I'll tell you why we're not doing it, because the Biden administration does not want to do it.
That's the issue right there. A lot of people saw that with the previous administration. We were like, we want somebody that puts American citizens first. How dare they give more money to people who broke into the country than people who fought for the country? They're giving millions of dollars to veterans, but billions to illegals. That is crazy. They have literally, the Democrat Party really does not care about this country. I mean, if you think they do, you are sorely mistaken. They have done everything, in my opinion, to destroy and make sure that illegals are taken care of. They get housing, health insurance, all this money spent on them. And a lot of these people are criminal. Not all, but a good number are criminal. They did more than just break into the country. They did some other things when they got over here. And then they were doing crazy stuff in their own country. So what kind of sense does that make? What kind of sense does that make? Okay, it doesn't make any sense. We, the American people, we want a presidential administration, which we currently have now. This was from the Biden years, that actually shows that it cares about Americans. And why would the Democrats do this, guys? Why would they do this? I'm telling you, they're doing this so that they can turn this beautiful, sovereign country into the types of countries that many of these illegals have fled from. Third world communist countries. That is what they want. They want control. That's why they always come up with a government program. That's why they always do. They always come up with something that's free, right? It's never free. The taxpayer pays it. That's communism. You take from me to give to people who aren't really working or doing anything. That is by definition communism. And we want to sit around and act like we don't know what's going on. Please, for the love of all that is holy, you guys look into laws, look into what these politicians are spewing. Because the next time you hear somebody say, it'll be free, oh, you won't have to pay anything. We got you, girl. It's never free. And it's meant to be controlling. And it is meant to have government control, no private property, because literally that's where they want to take us. They want to take us there. I mean, all the way there. Tell me what you guys think about what was said right here, because that's just unacceptable. It's wrong to give more money to illegals. It's wrong. We should have billions of dollars going to our homeless veterans. Nobody who fought for this country should be homeless. Nobody should be homeless who fought for this country. That is crazy. And they got these people who broke into the country. See, the Democrats love illegals. They love criminals. Oh, yeah, they want to defund the police and have the criminals roaming everywhere. That's what they want. They don't care anything about the law-abiding citizens, the Americans, the legal Americans. They care about the illegal criminals. That's who they care about. This party has gone too far, and they really should not win any more elections. But you guys, tell me what you think. Don't forget to like the video, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, select all notifications. Be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America, and march on, warriors.